Some people march through the streets with a roaring passion for justice. Others stay home and try to accept their life as it is. Botswana is a country that is trying to become safer and more reliable. Botswana is currently trying to fight climate change and improve education across the country. Most people who live in Botswana have to deal with a problem that affects them all. Discrimination in Botswana is leading to major problems throughout the country, such as HIV infection, the ability to express yourselves, and the power of an individual's own free will. My name is Boipaloma Leaf. I live on the outskirts of Gaborone on a farm with my mom, dad, brother, and Nyanya, or grandma. This is a normal size for a family in Botswana because the fertility rate is 2.42 births per woman. My family makes money by selling the crops that grow on our farm and selling the baskets that we make. Our house is made of wood and mud. Every day I walk to school with my brother, who is 2 years older than me. I go to the Masalowapula Junior Secondary School in Gaborone. Education is free in Botswana for public schools, but the quality of education is not high. The literacy rate in Botswana is 86.82%, which is a 5.36% increase from 2003. I'm very proud of my country because it has been increasing the quality of education, and I believe that it will continue to improve. After school, I help my family take care of the animals and the plants on our farm. That is how I know that the crops are struggling with the harsh climates that have occurred because of global warming. It is very frustrating because one day I wish that it would not be as dry, and the next I wish that it was not as wet. It affects the ability to have fresh produce and for families like mine to make enough profit to get any food at all. The government is working on a low-carbon strategy, but things are getting worse very fast. On weeks when produce is down, the only reason that we have any food is because of Nyanya and my baskets. Baskets are very traditional in Botswana and sometimes have many different colors of paint on them. During the long periods of time when we are making the baskets, my Nyanya tells me stories. My favorite are the ones about the history of Botswana. Before Botswana was imperialized, it was inhabited by the people of the Tswana origin. It consisted of over 8 different chiefdoms. Dutch settlers came from West Africa and German settlers came from South Africa. Part of Botswana was ruled by the Dutch and the other region was ruled by the Germans. My grandmother tells me that she remembers in 1965 when Botswana was declared an independent republic. I wish that I was there for the first Independence Day, which is celebrated every year on September 30th. I have to say that Independence is one of my favorite days of the year because there are many big celebrations with parades and parties. My other favorite part of the year is the summer because I get to spend time with my grandparents from my dad's side of the family. They live near Chobe National Park. My grandparents are both 73 years old, and the average life expectancy in Botswana is 7 years, so I try to appreciate the time I have with them. In Chobe National Park, there is a river with tons of animals along the riverbed and in the water. It is so beautiful there. Another thing I like about visiting my grandparents' house is that their house is painted with a cool pattern and many different colors. This is common for Botswana, but every house is unique in its own way. Every day, people in Botswana are discriminated against, whether it's because of their gender, sexual orientation, or religion. There are certain laws forbidding you to be who you truly are. Currently, there are a lot of movements trying to get justice for the LGBTQ community. One of the major problems in Botswana is HIV, and that can be traced back to discrimination because of gender-based violence and forced marriage. People feel like Botswana is not their home because they feel like they are trapped under the certain effects from discrimination. This can be HIV and just the ability to express yourselves. Botswana will continue to improve, and right now it is improving in some areas more than others. If there is awareness and empathy towards people who are discriminated against, Botswana will be a place where people can be who they truly are, and hopefully it will inspire a movement worldwide to end discrimination.